Hey, welcome back to Real Talk. It's December. Christmas is almost here. Are you ready?
No.
Shopping?
I don't shop until Christmas Eve. I know that drives a planner like you crazy. You probably started shopping in July 4th Christmas, back in the day. I don't know.
No?
July, that's too early. December 24th is right when it starts.
Okay, that's the sweet spot there, huh?
Especially for, the people you love the most.
Yeah, it really shows them how much you love them. Good. But you love Christmas, right? Why do you love Christmas?
I do. I do like all the feels. I like all the smells. I like eggnog. I mean, little doses of eggnog.
Nice.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the music.
Yeah?
I like church on Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. We have a good time here.
Yeah.
Do you like Christmas?
It's all right. I don't know if I love all the feels and stuff, but certain things about
You're
it.
such a feeler.
I know, right? I really like Christmas lights.
Okay.
I am impressed when people deck out their houses and it's perfect.
Like throw up lights everywhere?
No.
Or tasteful?
Tasteful.
What's a tasteful light display?
I don't know. I like lots of white lights, and they all have to be pointed in the same direction. You know when you drive by somebody's house, one light's this way and the other one's this way? I hate that. They got to be all pointed down nice, clean.
Classy.
Classy.
Yeah, that's what I describe you as. It's Christmas class right here. For sure.
So, Christmas is kind of fun because it's a lot of family for a lot of people, and family has sort of unique traditions sometimes. You got any weird ones? Unique traditions?
My wife is hyper in love with Christmas trees and having a Christmas tree cut down, up, and as soon as Thanksgiving is over.
Hey, you know what? Thanksgiving's over. Let's get ready for Christmas. Who wants to go get a Christmas tree?
If the turkey's out the door, the tree is up, and
fresh. Smells good.
Oh, she loves it.
Would you say that if you love Jesus, you get a fresh Christmas tree?
I think so, because fake tree equals fake Jesus.
I feel like
I mean, I don't know. Maybe don't quote us on that, but kind of, maybe. But she loves to decorate, and so we decorate as a family. That's super fun. And one of the traditions I grew up with my father, which is semi-dysfunctional, but I've carried it into the dysfunction of my family now, is I pick an ornament every year after we decorate the tree that I can't stand, and I grab it off the tree and throw it as far as I can into the woods in our backyard. And it's super fun because the guys are like, don't pick that one. I hope you don't pick that one this year. And then, of course, one of them will always try to go find it and see if they can wrap it up for me on Christmas Day.
Nice.
And then I huck it again.
Nice.
That really gets me into the spirit.
The spirit of Christmas. Good. Any weird food?
No, you? Food? Weird
Christmas
weird
food? Family tradition stuff.
I don't even know.
My grandmother used to make orange Jello with shredded carrots in it. And my mom would be like, you got to eat a little bit to be nice. And us kids would just
only
be like,
on Christmas?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Orange Jello with
shredded carrots.
Bit o' carrot
right inside it. Pretty gross.
Oh, thank God she's not my grandma.
So, you love Christmas. We like Christmas. Not everybody, though, honestly likes Christmas. It can be a really stressful time.
Yep.
It can be actually a really lonely time for a lot of people. It can cause a lot of fights in families, in marriages, things like that, right? So I read something the other day, 45% of people wish they could just skip Christmas, which is that's sad.
Almost half? Just skip right over it?
Just skip it. It's too much. 70% of people want to skip the gift giving because that's too stressful for them. Right, so it's not all cheer and happiness for some people. So I thought over the next couple of weeks, let's talk with folks about how do we survive the holidays. Let's give them some tips for making it through Christmas. And not just surviving, but how do we thrive through the holidays?
Because we've made it through so well.
Well, we're still here, I guess.
Cool.
So I want to just read a verse for you and let you respond, and we'll jump into it, okay? Colossians 3, verse 17 says, whatever you do, whether in word or in deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. So just
whatever you do, so that would include
word
Christmas,
or deed. Yeah.
Whatever you do in word or deed.
How you speak to people, whatever you do. Okay.
Do it all.
For Jesus.
For Jesus with Thanksgiving.
With Thanksgiving.
So it's like Christmas and Thanksgiving just
all in one.
That's cool.
So we just got done with Thanksgiving, in fact, right? So it's, yay, we're thankful, we're grateful. Okay, how do we not, that ends that weekend? How do we keep that going? How do we have a grateful heart, I guess is my question. How do we continue to be grateful through this holiday season.
So maybe just kind of unwinding that a little bit, it seems like you're saying part of the difficulty of Christmas, some of the tension and the struggle, some of that has to do with that we're not grateful and we're not looking at our circumstances and being grateful instead of maybe thinking of all the things we don't have or...
Yeah, just kind of complaining about it, our family, what we don't have, what we can't afford. We're going into debt to buy a bunch of presents, things like that. Like we start to get negative about it, which seems to be kind of the opposite of being grateful.
Yeah, and sometimes some of the things we're most ungrateful for are things that we've done to ourselves. Like, we hate putting up Christmas lights, but we do it anyway.
Right.
It's like, you do that anyway, so why not be grateful about it instead of being negative, choosing joy and being thankful that you can put up Christmas lights and that it helps you and others celebrate. I don't know, but having a gratitude beyond Thanksgiving into Christmas, that would be the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think we don't take enough inventory of all the things we do have, and when we focus on what we don't have, instead of on what we do have, we tend to be grouchy, for sure. And I know I get short with my kids. When around the holidays, I get testy with my wife and my kids, and sometimes it's like, oh, stop and actually think about this incredible family that I have and go, I'm trying to celebrate Christmas with them and buy gifts and bless them and just have fun together. And we're cutting down the Christmas tree and I'm grouchy and cranky because it doesn't happen the way. Instead of going, oh my goodness, I have this incredible family. Everybody's healthy, that we have each other when there's so many people that struggle and they're losing loved ones and things are hard. To just take inventory and go, man, I'm so grateful for my 3 sons and my wife. That could probably help me not get angry and grouchy cutting down a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. I don't know why.
Right. And don't you think it's sometimes the hardest to be grateful with our family because, like you said, they're always there and we know their mess, and so it's like we don't give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Like we would even maybe a stranger, but it's people that we're around all the time. We spend even more time
in the holidays.
At the holidays. Like it becomes this pressure cooker in some ways, and we are aware of their mess, and so we get negative about it.
Instead of treating them with love and saying love always protects, always hopes. Instead of realizing, oh man, I'm waiting for you to make a mistake and I'm going to tackle you. It's like, no, that's not what love does. It's certainly not showing gratitude, I'm sure, for the relationship.
Right.
For sure, it's a struggle, I think, for all of us to know how to navigate a Christmas holiday with being grateful. I think of what Paul in 2 Corinthians 9 is talking about generosity, and he says something at the end of this passage in generosity. He's talking about giving generously to people, and at the end of 2 Corinthians 9, he says, but thanks be to God for his indescribable gift, which is so Christmas, right?
Yeah.
You think about Jesus as the indescribable gift, and he talks about generosity and kind of cloaks it with, thanks be to God for his indescribable gift. I mean, how does that land on you as sort of gratitude at Christmas?
I'm focusing on the wrong things when I'm focusing on the family drama and the pressures of gifts and decorating and all that stuff, because he comes back and goes, the real gift, the thing that you want to focus on is Jesus' indescribable gift. If I really focused on that, boy, I'd have a hard time not being grateful.
And I think Paul, when he says, thanks be to God for this indescribable gift, is because he's actually taken the time to try to describe this gift in Jesus. And he's processed and inventoried and thought about it and goes, as much as I try to take inventory of this incredible gift, it's beyond description. So what would it be for us to have taken the inventory of our lives and look at all that we have, and we get to the point and go, it's beyond what I can even describe? That would be the type of heart I would have this Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to get there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what's our advice for the folks? How are we going to stay grateful over the next month through this kind of stressful time?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm going to try to stay away from my family as much as possible.
Good. That's good.
I won't do that. I mean, I know for me, honestly, it's trying to look at my family circumstances, the good, the bad, the ugly, and instead of wishing I had a different family, instead of wishing I had a different circumstance, to be content with what I have and to see all the goodness in my wife and my kids and my extended family, and try to be focused on that and go, man, Jesus came into the world for this chaotic family. I'm going to try to love them.
That's good. Good. Yeah, no, just right back to that verse that we started with, too. Do all in the name of Jesus Christ, meaning just remember through this season, with all the chaos and people that you're frustrated with, is that you represent Christ. And that's your mission, is
At
to
the holiday
represent
party,
Christ well.
you represent Jesus.
Yep. Seems like it.
Oh, gosh.
See you next time on Real Talk.